Hey everybody, this is Gloria Norwood, owner of Sophisticated Spa Shop on Etsy.com, owner of Gloria's Unsolved Mysteries Oracle Deck, Volume 1 through 40, owner of Gloria's Astrology Tarot with www.makeplancards.com, and we're going to get started with a collective reading with the Egyptian Tarot. Like I said, I love to do collective readings with the Tarot because everybody wants to know what's going on, okay? The ancestors got some messages. So I'm going to start with the Isis Oracle deck to see what energies have something to talk about, because this is their deck and they are, the Egyptian Tarot. So like I said, we're going to go with the Isis Oracle and we're going to see what they have, because like I said, this is them, this is their stuff. So we're going to be respectful and show respect. And thank you, Miss Alan Fairchild, with the Isis Oracle deck. It's very beautiful, as I said before. Hopefully you come out with another one. Maybe I just haven't ran into it yet because I need to make it back to the store, but we'll see what's inspiring. Let's see what they have to say. Like I said, you have the Brother in Darkness, and then you have the Chariot of Ascension. And then we have the Lunar Queen, because they're coming out to let you guys know the messages. Then we have the Enter the Chamber of Healing. Then we have Divine Sisterhood. Then we have Temple of Carnelian. Then we have Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. And then we have Healing of the Divine Masculine. So, like I said, we're going to get started with the Healing of the Divine Masculine, because, a man is the foundation. Without a man, a woman will get weakened, you know what I mean? So, you have to have a strong man, you know what I'm saying, by your side if you're, a divine feminine like I am. So, you have to have somebody strong and that can fight the battle with you, not against you. So, hopefully, I inspire people today with my positive messages, just like they inspired me with these positive messages that they gave to me. So, like I said, we will look for a Healing of the Divine Masculine. This is a big book, so I got to look for it for a second. Just give me a moment. We have Healing of the Divine Masculine, Osiris Rises. The Divine Masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety, and a holding even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you an inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. The inner masculine and inner feminine need each other. When they are in good inner relationship with us, we feel like healthy human beings. We are able to live ourselves in a world in a relative peace, creative and enjoyable way. When there is damage to the inner masculine, there is a difficulty in standing up for our truths, in knowing what our truths and values are, and in knowing how to protect them without feeling as though we have to fight constantly just to be allowed to be ourselves. We might also feel that unless others see things as we do, we have no power, and they have to fight the dominant others, manipulating them from our point of view. The inner masculine part of us often needs healing so that he can fulfill his destiny, his divine purpose of inner strength, protection, and honoring of the self in all its uniqueness, so that we can live as free, strong individuals that know who they are and are happy to just love and be that person and allow others to do the same. This will happen at any time he is asked to hold even more conscious, to hold permission and strength to be even more of a unique self. The masculine and feminine within us need to be in balance with each other. There is no point having a powerful feminine with unique values and strong creative force without an equal strong masculine energy that is able to act upon these unique values, no matter what others may think, and take action to allow the creative force of the inner feminine to flow into form in the physical world. When your inner feminine is growing and desires to express her uniqueness in the world more boldly than ever before, the inner masculine needs to grow in self-belief. self-worth, and self-confidence so that he may take action to allow the blossoming feminine to truly be in the world whilst feeling secure and safe. This oracle indicates your feminine self in blooming, and your masculine needs to be able to protect and honor her. Sometimes, just as Isis looked for Osiris to help put him back together when he was torn apart by hatred, fear, and jealousy of his dark brother Set, our feminine needs to help the masculine to heal, so he in turn can help her. Your masculine consciousness can be healed and grow stronger through his relationship to the inner feminine within you. By adjusting and healing our own views of masculine energy so that our feminine is no longer willing to experience masculine energies as violent, aggressive, unfeeling, or controlling, a healing shift begins. The divine inner feminine can then choose to relate to the divine inner masculine in a different way, to hold a different vision and different beliefs of who he is, what he can do, and what his purpose might be. She might choose to experience him as a tender, protective, strong, discerning, and stabilizing energy. What this looks like in our life experience is a change in how we are within ourselves and with others, and in how we move and live and experience the world. We have more a willingness to be kind to ourselves, to honor our feelings, and to not be bullied into stepping away from our truths by others, even by our own self-doubt or self-criticism. It is an inner commitment to love and honor the self and inner trust in this commitment. So when the feeling arises to try something new creatively and spiritually, for example, there's a trust that this will be respected and acted upon, and it is. When the healing of this relationship begins to occur within us, our outer relationships also change and flow into healthier expression. We begin to feel safe, protected, and strong enough to take risks and live a bold, expressive, truthful, and creative life with more energy and passion. The Oracle guides you to realize that your inner masculine could benefit from your restoration and healing after being revenged by expectations that in order to be acceptable, he should never feel anything, that he should always be dominant, and that only the most violent and aggressive alpha masculine behaviors are to be respected. If you are already working on this aspect of your own healing, you're encouraged by this oracle that is working and to stay with your process. You're encouraged to empower your masculine energy, seeing it as a tender, protective, containing, strong, and aware. You are also encouraged to continue to choose to let go of your behaviors that cast the masculine or perpetuate as dominating. Use your inner feminine courage, trust, and determination to avoid castrating the masculine by considering it weak, useless, or unnecessary. For healing to happen for both masculine and feminine, we must be prepared to let go of feeling of victimization, domination, and disappointment and dissatisfaction, and do sometimes challenging inner work of learning to relate the masculine and feminine energy with a complete different approach. This can be enough to set healing in motion. It takes persistence, determination, patience, and application for the damaged masculine within us and outside of us to be restored to glory. But with Isis to help us, great healing miracles are made possible. Once the masculine begins to gain strength and be empowered to express itself in a less cliched and more authentic way, we gain the wisdom and power of honoring and boundaries. We learn how to respect and be respectful without losing our power or becoming servile. We learn how to serve others from a place of empowerment and peace. And we learn how to cut through manipulations and posturing in the world of relationships straight to the truth of a matter. Masculine and feminine energies can then do what they are ultimately destined to do, which is unite in love to create harmony, bliss, and the peaceful fulfillment of inner wholeness. And then you go into rituals to invoke the Osiris, because it gets deep. So I just read what he's about. If you're into invocation and rituals, that's not for me. I just read who he is, where he comes from. So he comes in on his own. I'm not going to invoke him. That's not what I do, because he's a grown man. So, I'm helping, these divine masculines out here get the healing that they need. And like I said, we're going to go to the next card, the Brother in Darkness. So like I said, it's a lot of reading. If you're really into learning something, it's very educational. So if you're into that sort of thing, let's see, then we have the Brother in Darkness, and we'll see what that's about. Like I said, this is a big book, so you gotta look through everything. So Ancient Power Mysteries. phone I use is 50 which is the iPhone, so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be a little bit quick with it because it's supposed to be right up there in the front, but let me see. Give me a moment. It's taking me a second to find it because the Brotherhood in Darkness should have been right behind in the A. Because I'm one of those people that think everything should be right behind everything, but it's not. So it's just down in here, down through here somewhere. So, which doesn't make any sense because I'm thinking B would be back in the front, but it's not. So I'm like, it's taking a second. I apologize, you guys, because I want to give you the message that the ancestors have for you. I don't like you to feel like, I know people usually flip the cards down and determine and say whatever they want to say or what they feel the spirits are telling them to say, but I like to give you the exact what I get from these cards, from when I bought the box. So you want the exact definition. Let me see. The Brother in Darkness. It's on page 189. I would have never figured that unless I looked through the glossary. Let's see. The Brother of Darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The Brother in Darkness indicates that there is a negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directly towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test. Beloved, in this year you shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. There is a test that you are currently moving through because you are ready to progress more deeply into wisdom, light, acceptance, and inner peace. The test is energies of a negative energy source, either within you or apparently outside of you. In truth, we are all one, and the world is our mirror for whatever healing task lies within. Even though sometimes the source of difficulty appears to be external rather than an opportunity for us to gain mastery with our own response through inner healing. Guidance comes to you in this oracle now to become more conscious of the negative energies or either within or directed towards you without being fearful. There is no need for fear. There is just need for more conscious, loving response. In the story of Isis, the destructive emotions of her dark brother Set led to the murder of her beloved Osiris. He did not stop there. He also attempted to destroy her beloved divine son child and deny him his rightful rulership. Set teaches us that destructive emotions can gain awful power if we leave them unchecked and do not consciously respond to them. Isis teaches us that love, faith, persistence, and courage, and intelligence and honor awareness can overcome even the darkness power. Your guidance is to rise above fear, anger, jealousy, or hatred within you or directly towards you now. This will require your feminine strength to be fiercely compassionate and not to judge or resist out of fear. Excuse me about that. Compassion is a great strength. It sees the truth in all situations and does not pander to lies or deceptions in order to paint everything as nice. Compassion is wisdom. It knows that a wolf can cause harm even if it is dressed as a sheep. You are guided to be attentive and honest about negative influences within or directed towards you without judging them or their source or paying undue attention with fear. You simply need recognition and then to respond with compassion and clear, loving, firm boundary. The boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. It may not require any further action than this. Listen to your heart and trust in your guidance. You are guided, however, to respond now and check the growth of the negative energy, of any negativity, before it becomes more consuming than it needs to be. This oracle also comes as spiritual revelation. Part of your spiritual path is to honor the darkness as a way through the greater consciousness, to not fight against darker and potentially destructive emotions with force, but to allow them to be with compassion, instantly removing the resistance to create psychic glue and cause darker energies to get stuck within us. Trust your feminine values, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you are obliged to wear another's negativity for them. You are not. You may stand true in your purity of heart and to be safe. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Have compassion and witness it but don't believe that you have to identify with it. It is not you, it is energy and feeling. Let it flow and it shall go. The ritual healing below will assist with releasing negative energies through feminine power. May you enjoy your growing mastery with such energies from a place of compassion, humility, and service of light in all beings. Then we have the Chariot of Ascension. Your soul wishes to travel. Oh, Chariot of Ascension, Merkabah, spiritual work of the higher initiate. Your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of a higher reality. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and the joining in divine harmony of heaven and earth. It requires a powerful consciousness to do this. The Merkabah Chariot of Ascension and Soul Fire is a spiritual gift to attain those divine purposes now, available to you as a high initiate. There are times when the soul becomes ambitious and wishes to live its entire life in conscious oneness with all expressions of its being, including the physical body. It may wish to do so simply because it is the nature of all beings to eventually realize themselves as divine, or because it needs specifically new skills to be available to human expression in the physical body so it can continue with its divine purpose. Those skills might be channeling divine energy or consciousness for healing, traveling easily between the worlds for conscious spirit communication, gaining greater artistic or creative ability because it feels wonderful to create, or any number of other purposes. This oracle brings you guidance that a special spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul reach you more fully. It will be an advanced practice and it will serve you well at this time in your journey to reach the higher levels of capacity and spiritual responsibility that are available to you as a high initiate. Peace to you, beloved. Your spiritual work on this planet is greatly supported. The Chariot of Ascension Oracle also offers you a particular sacred teaching from the priestess of high initiates, Lady Isis. This is the practice of the Merkabah, soul vehicle or Chariot of Ascension. This vehicle is the energetic structure of sacred geometry that strengthens and protects you, allowing from your consciousness to travel instantaneously and freely between dimensions and realities without compromising your vibration or damaging your energy bodies. Merkabah is a vehicle of great strength and of power and is best used with a heart dedicated in unconditional love and service. It can be used to travel in the inner planes to stars and temples for higher guidance, in an instant, as well as to connect with the other souls on the inner planes. At various levels of evolution, it is recommended that such a practice only to be used with permission granted from the soul in question and from a place of love and intention to be a healing service. Merkabah allows you to travel without the usual restraints upon your energy field, but like any powerful practice, there is a wise caution. You will travel and experience what is in your heart. Keep your heart open and clear, and do not use Merkabah if you're feeling uncentered, ungrounded, disconnected, or angry. It is a technique to use when you are feeling peaceful and aligned within yourself. At such times, great growth in consciousness is possible for you using Merkabah. The Oracle of Chariot as Ascension is a gift of high-level spiritual training. Your wisdom in using what you have learned helps you make the most of this sacred gift. This oracle is as much about receiving the training as it is about knowing when to apply it and when to have restraint. The Oracle of Chariot of Ascension is also confirmation that you are growing spiritually and becoming ready for greater tasks and spiritual responsibilities. If you have been considered taking a step level, whether spiritually or in your chosen field of profession, you are encouraged to follow your heart and your destiny and be bold. Say yes to yourself. The Chariot of Ascension speaks on rising destinies and success. Now we have the Temple of Carnelian. We have a lot to say today, okay? Let's see. We have Temple of Carnelian. Enter the fifth barrier segment. You have strength within you. It is time to trust in your own boldness and courage, taking risks to feel true to your heart and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive. Embodying more of yourself, even if not always comfortable, are going to help you live the life you were born to live. In the fierce bellier segment, the lion-headed sister of Isis, the Egyptian goddess of passion, courage, and fire, there is no room for procrastination, self-doubt, or turning back. She urges you on to your high destiny calling to you to believe, keep going, reach higher, and expand wider. You can do so knowing that the temple of carnelian will bring you warmth, strength, encouragement, and deep trust in your own body wisdom to guide you through any situation or relationship that may arise to test you so that you can grow into more of your magnificent being. This oracle calls you to have the courage of your convictions, to have faith in yourself and your own process, to be fearless as you are assured of victory. Segment will not be defeated. If you are concerned that you are biting off more than you can chew, or not sure about the path you are taking, if you're up to the standard, or if you will ever gain the recognition that you feel you deserve, then know that as you enter the temple of carnelian into the fire belly of the lion-headed priestess, you shall be guided to success. Segment comes alive with boldness. Her powers grows with courage, and her fire will burn bright in your life of passion, success, and victory. She says fortune favors the bold and guide. She says fortune favors the bold and guides you to take the leap. Excuse me. You know in your heart it is time for you to take. Trust that she will protect your love, heart, and vision, encouraging you to shine most brightly. This oracle also brings a practical message about divine justice. If you are involved in or witnessing a situation that seems unjust, abusive, or concerning, and are worried when it is not right, the Lion Sister Priestess tells you that it shall be resolved according to divine justice, and there is nothing to fear. Pray to her in unconditional love for help, resolution, and trust. If you feel intuitively to act, then do so. Otherwise, allow her to have her way, as she has done and always will do. There is so much more unfolding in life than we can possibly know consciously, and her ways are vast and many. Divine justice always prevails. This oracle is always a yes to any question that you have been asking. Any obstacle in this way of manifestation or your desire will be cleared away. Sometimes it is our own ego that is cleared, so don't worry if there are a few bumps on your path. It's just part of the manifestation of the desire. Segment assures it will come to pass. In fact, the manifestation has already commenced. I know it's a long reading, but we're going to get it popping because I know I got to do a little bit more than 20 or 30 minutes. So, a little hour reading is not going to hurt. So we have the Lunar Queen. We will go with the Lunar Queen, see what she has to say to people today. Let's see. So like I said, you want to take all the messages as you can, and be thankful because they don't speak to many people. Trust me, and when they come out, they do. They do what they got to do, and they in and they out. They don't really talk much unless they don't come down here unless you're related to them, or unless they have a mission to fulfill. You know what I mean? Or usually it's time to die. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So they come down here and put in work. These are the ancestors. This is their ancient Egyptian tarot. Everybody has their sign on their body, so this is who they are. So most people that do behave like this or will be ancestors of these people. So have respect for your ancestors. Let's see, we have the Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balances to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. Isis, as Lunar Queen, understands the cycles of creation, of creative power and flow. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of the desire to force, control, and make things happen. To exert might and willpower to bring what you wish for into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is in honoring and flowing with cycles and activity and rest, of releasing force and surrendering into the perfection of what is happening right now, realizing that this actually brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully and to great effect. The celestial crescent in the moon in her changing form. This oracle comes to you at a time when you are shifting from one phase into your spiritual and creative journey into a new phase. This is a time to pay deep attention to the messages of your body and allow them to guide you. Do you need to balance your activity with more rest? Do you need to be actively creating, but from a more relaxed and allowed rather than demanding or forced mental state? Or is it time for you to be spring into action once more? Has the time come to take a step forward? Pay attention to any other card that you draw with the Lunar Queen to more fully understand which phase is most appropriate for you now. These cards will help you connect with your inner wisdom and the guidance of your own body wisdom from the greater timing and unfoldment of the manifestation. Remember, sometimes more time in the oven prevents an undercooked meal. Sometimes we just need to wait a little longer. The quick times are dark moon energies. The quiet times are dark moon energies. The times when you will sense from your inner wisdom, your body wisdom, that you are in need of replenishing and percolation. The other times when you feel the inner oven timer has rung and it is time to get that delicious meal on the table. Your body will urge you to dance, to act, to communicate, to be bold, and to take steps. These are full moon energies. Your body will help you know where you are at and what you need to the flow between the dark moon and the full moon and all phases in between is the constant. In allowing the flow even several times in a day or an hour, you will maximize your creativity and allow your life to manifest creative project after creative project, should you so choose. You will feel great inner harmony, wellness, and connection. This oracle is also a reminder that this feminine wisdom is not widely accepted in Western culture as yet, with its distorted view of what constitutes productive behavior. The Lunar Queen is quite a radical. You would need to really believe in your own wisdoms and give yourself great support and trust your own body wisdom and as learn to operate in the more intuitive, flexible, responsive, feminine way. This oracle tells you that Lady Isis and the spiritual guidance that cares for you completely encourages and supports you in being strong and giving yourself absolute permission to rest when needed, to honor your creative cycles for greater productivity and quality. If you have been wanting to create something or feel frustrated in your own creative enterprises, the Lunar Queen Oracle also contains a message for you that something creative is within you and wanting to emerge. It is stirring in your unconsciousness, and soon it will be reflecting more clearly back to you, and you should be able to act. But for now, have patience. There can be much inner work required before the relatively swift outer work of bringing the creative impulse into form even begins, such as the natural creative flow at times. If you are already in the flow and wanting to know if this is the time to really let go and shine like the gorgeous full moon, the answer is yes. Trust and know that you are being guided by your own inner wisdoms and support by she of the celestial crescent, the Lunar Queen, Lady Isis. And then we have entered the Chamber of Healing. Like I said, I'm very respectful of my elders and I don't play that, okay? When they come to touch you, you best be thankful, you know what I mean? Because they don't fool with too many people. So if you don't see them out there and you're on the opposite side, if you do see them, then that's a good thing. If you don't see them, then that's not a good thing. That means you could be one of their enemies. So let's see. We have entered the Chamber of Healing. Healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notions and allow the healing from the Lady Isis, Mistress of Magic, to help you find the best solution from any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Take your time and create space into which her magic and energy can flow now. Expect your miracle. This oracle comes to you as a messenger. Prepare for your great changes because they are on their way now. When the divine Lady Isis offers you a healing gift of magic, it is something to accept as a gift of unconditional love. With open arms, it will be offered without agenda, with the only intent being for your highest good and spiritual growth. It will not necessarily look or feel like you expected, but you will realize in the unfoldment of the process or circumstance that it was a spiritual healing gift from the divine, even though you may not have immediately recognized it as such at the time. You will be able to recognize the healing by the experience of it and its effect even before the complete resolution of the issue at hand. The experience will be that the issue is somehow lifted from you, and the effect will be that the issue seems genuinely out of your control, and yet not out of your control. This is the way that the gift of healing can come to you. Time and sacred space to contemplate and reflect is extremely helpful to receive divine intervention or consciously, swiftly, and fully as possible. Sacred spaces can be a physical place, that allow you to put your day-to-day activities and thoughts to one side and instead indulge in just being as you are in the moment. It might be a place in nature, your meditation place, or your healing room, or your sanctuary that you have where you can be alone for a time, or even a meditation group or healing circle. Sacred space allow you to simply be, to not have to think, sort things out, or analyze, but to open, rest, allow inspiration or guidance to come as and when it chooses to, and to allow for the mysteries of healing to occur. It is important when entering sacred space that we do not set an agenda or have specific expectations. We do not have to think anything more than I dedicate this space to the divine within. When not attempting to find solutions, but actually actively letting go mentally and emotionally and allowing ourselves to go into a peaceful state, relaxed but not numb, we can often have guidance, inspiration, clarity, and no drop into our awareness. We do not need to actively seek these things. They just happen. When we create open space, healing happens. Most powerful when there is space. Openness and allowing. We let go for healing to flow. Time and sacred space will help you receive the inner adjustments that you need for the healing. Magical of the Lady Isis is to be able to reach you with full boldness and genius. And we have Divine Sisterhood, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the lights. In community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedom, with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring of innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are a part of this community of light. At one time it existed only in the spiritual worlds, yet now it is being born on the earth. It is the part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too as you grow together in peace and light and in wisdom. Your light has value on its own, of course. It is also of deep service when it is visible to others, lighting the way. You are guided to allow the beloved Isis to help you now through community. There can be strength in numbers. Community can help you gain the added power of group effort to rise above the old patterns and lift each other into the new patterns that are so much more real and beautiful. In unity with the divine and each other, we grow and we become capable of such wonders. Mother Isis says that there is so much lighting awakening within our planet and so much spiritual light gifted to earth from celestial beings at this time that it makes sense to build a large enough container to receive it. Groups that are willing to learn to connect at heart level, honoring each other as divine beings, can become capable of calling in and receiving tremendous forces of light in service to humanity and the earth. If you had enough electricity to power a city, you wouldn't try it to fit in one house. Likewise, with all this spiritual electricity becoming available on the earth, groups are needed to help it to circulate and flow. You're wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in a group, and instead to help a group become a community of honoring individuals. Your leadership by example is important, as groups can sometimes descend to the lower energetic vibration if the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts. Yet if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other up rather than pull each other down. The oracle of the divine sisterhood is based on the love between the goddess of the ancient Egypt, Hathor, Isis, Bastet, and Sekhmet, and more. They are often pictured with similar symbols in headdresses and share some iconography that helps us realize that although they are divine individual beings, they are connected as unique expressions of something greater. If you accept all of this, but still cannot find your spiritual home here, and you have been wondering where your community is, you are not alone. They are looking for you too. Say yes to the opportunities to meet like-minded people and let Isis guide you through circumstances, opportunities, and spontaneous moments as you, our beloved sisters and brothers, find each other together for group benefit. This is also guidance that you are moving into empowerment of your own divine feminine and are capable of helping each other and helping others enter into theirs. The role of the divine sisterhood is about empowering all, not one above the other, and growing in wisdom through listening and sharing, and through allowing for the uniqueness of all beings, and encouraging all to grow from a win-win perspective. If you're in a community but are finding that the group ego is becoming more powerful than the group soul, and the energy of the community is pulling you down rather than lifting you up, then this oracle says that to trust in the divine feminine to lead you onwards. Give your best and most truthful expression and effort. But if this community is not of a vibration that can work for you, then move on without judgment or fear. Just move on and trust that with the law of magnetism, you will attract yourself into a community that has the best vibration for you. If you have found that you have guidance to build community yourself and you're feeling a little overwhelmed as the thought, stay calm and stay in your heart. Allow yourself to collaborate with others and work in smaller groups in connection with each other as a way to build community together. It will happen naturally. The divine sisterhood will guide you if you ask for their assistance with unconditional love. Then you have divine destiny. I know it's a lot, everybody, but hey, we want to know what's really going on, right? So we have divine destiny, spiritual work of the higher initiate. The divine warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The divine warrior energy exists within men and women as they enter propulsion to continue with a worthy path even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. The Oracle of Divine Destiny is a call to your divine warrior. This part of you has great self-esteem and believes that what you desire is worth whatever effort, personal growth, application, focus, and attention are required to obtain it, provided it aligns with your divine destiny. This part of you acts in personal integrity, and the goal will compromise integrity. And if the goal will compromise integrity, then the goal is refined until it shines like a diamond in your heart. Then the divine warrior will bring it into being. The path of the divine warrior is not one of any means to an end. This means and the end are considered equally important. The divine warrior will succeed in bringing about your divine destiny, but it will be done in a way that is integrity with deep spiritual values. There are important teachings on the path of the feminine about the need for surrender and allowing for the best manifestation. The divine warrior is not at odds with these, but continually surrenders into the greater unfoldment and plays of cosmic forces seeking to align with those forces for greater power and flow. The Oracle of Divine Destiny often comes at a time when there is something that you feel you are struggling to attain. It may be a vague sense of or a clear vision. There is something within your heart that you have almost given up hope on, wondering if it is ever really going to come together. This oracle comes with the message that although you may feel struggle or challenge, it is not a sign to step away in the situation. It is a sign to put your faith in the divine warrior within instead. This warrior may shift approach, change expectation, go within to find the resources you require, or find a completely different path to get you into your destiny. Do not give up the fight. If you are not sure to what this applies, ask yourself what it is in your life that you feel you are fighting to attain or maintain. Find what is not in form, but in essence. If it is your job that you are fighting for, then it may be your freedom and responsibility that you are really fighting for. As an example, if you're fighting your weight or eating habits, then it might be the right to express your true feelings that you are fighting for with your body as the divine warrior refuses to give up the right to truthful expression. Find the truth of which you are working towards and keep your heart and mind centered in that truth. Your divine warrior will get you what you need and deeply desire in alignment with you, with your best and higher divine destiny. You deserve no less. So we have all these amazing ancestors out here giving us some game, okay? So we will start off and see what Tarot has to say, what they're coming out with the Tarot. We have treachery in the past, difficulty, hard working, depressed state of mind, disquiet, accidents. So somebody's had some type of accidents, and drama in the past, and it's difficult. They've been having delays, procrastination, theft, alienation of affection. Somebody's frustrated. Somebody been making some bad decisions. Now they frustrated and in deep worry, And literally, they have agility in handling matters. Somebody simulated in enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a letter or a message. You know what I'm saying? Could have got a letter or message from the higher ups, you know? And they got bad, you know what I'm saying? They have, let's see, unexpected bad fate. You know, somebody, you know, the ancestors telling y'all somebody's trying to do something. They're telling you wait and try again. You know, it'll come to you. The wheel of fortune is in reverse right now. Two of coin of cups, two of coins is in reverse. Judgment is in reverse. Eight of swords is in reverse. So it's looking like, you know, they're passing judgment in their own way. You know, judgment is in reverse. You know, because somebody is, this queen of swords is deceitful, malicious. You know what I'm saying? Narrow-minded, ill-tempered person. But, you know, these Queen of Swords get to come running up, you know what I'm saying? But these Queen of Swords usually are karmics, you know what I'm saying? Because they usually want to fight, you know, because they realize they're not divine feminine, they messy, you know what I'm saying? They full of drama. So most of the time they want to fight for a position because they under judgment, see? Judgment, upside down, under judgment, you know what I'm saying? The wheel of fortune ain't in their favor. You know what I mean? The Eight of Swords look like, you know, somebody could have possibly had an accident. You know, this Queen of Swords is kind of cause an accident with somebody, you know? Like, it's really messy. You know, mad. You know, because this chick, she's in some type of secret society, you know? Upset because, you know, somebody's having romantic feelings towards somebody else, you know? And she's causing them to, you know what I'm saying, not have peace. You know, she wants to eat off the fruits of that person's labor. You know? Look, prosperity and being, all she wants is the money. Can you say gold digger? You feel me? Queen of coins, that's all she wants is them coins. That's all she wants is a rich man to spend money on her. You know? And then you have, look, the high priestess. You know, and this is the high priestess in reverse. So this is somebody faking like they a high priestess. Talking about, oh, I'm a high priestess, and they're really selfish, shallow, ignorant, lack of understanding. You know, somebody that's being a hater. You know, like I said, everybody don't get picked, so it's 144,000. So there's going to be a lot of people, you know, that'll be a high priestess in reverse. You know what I'm saying? A queen of coins to the upright because all she wants is that money. A queen of swords ready to fight. You know what I mean? Because they under judgment. You know, being petty. You know what I'm saying? It could be causing people to be sick. So she could be passing STDs around. You know, lack of faith. You know? This is another female. She passing STDs around. She ain't got no faith. She don't believe in God. Under judgment. Nothing they out here too. Look, see? Somebody greedy. You know what I'm saying? Corruption. They corrupted by money. You know, all they want is money. Fools go. They gonna get tricked on that one. That's the bad part about it. You know, you come with these quick tactics, trying to run up on somebody, you're going to get hurt, you know, because you in stalemate, you know. You call yourself trying to balance something out, but if you was a real chosen one, a real high priestess, you don't even need no knife unless you protecting yourself from somebody that's crazy as hell. Then you have, you know what I'm saying, somebody causing obstacles, disasters, problems in people's life, delaying in people's life. Who the hell want that messy ass person in their life? Exactly. You coming to be messy, put obstacles in people's way, ill health, so that means you're sick. You coming with, look, this is a man, you coming with sick penis. You know, or more than likely, you know, you got some type of health concerns. It could be, you know what I'm saying, heart attack, high blood pressure. It could be freaking prostate. It could be what do you call that? He probably got freaking cancer in the groin area, prostate cancer. You know, he could have liver disease. You know, and this is another person. You know what I'm saying? He's a king of coins. I mean, a king of wands. So this person could be possibly going up. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually take the ones that's up, and ones going down in reverse. Except for this queen of coins over here. Her ass is, she just messy. Look like she just wants some money. Look, see, it's finna explode on her. And she too busy trying to collect people coins. She ain't watching what's going on. You know, being messy. And it's been explode in her face because she too busy collecting everybody coins. And not noticing the beautiful flowers down there. It's not about money. It's about the beauty in the world, you know? Then you got, like I said, the kings of wands. You know, you got another educated, mature man over here. Conscious man. Look like he believes in God, you know what I'm saying? He possibly could be married. You know? So, like I said, and then you have somebody over here that's, separated. This is lovers in reverse. So they separated, going through it, fighting, trying to get back together. Look like somebody had some unwise plans. Could have been some infidelity. Then you have somebody with foolish acts. Somebody has some infidelity. And it look like God like, oh man, I gotta come down here again. And Herman, I gotta come down here again and get y'all. Y'all down here doing the same thing from hundreds of years ago. Being tyrants, violent temper. Putting people through obstacles, gang stalking, stuff like that. God will come and get y'all for that stuff. Look, see? Look at the death. He come on right behind and said, up, tired of this. Look, here go God. And here go y'all favorite, Baphomet. Here you go, sweeping y'all out. After y'all done y'all magic. Bifront, all the old ancient ancestors in the occultism. Because y'all decided to do these rituals. You see them heads down there? Them is other people's heads from all the magic they done done. He comes and sweeps them on up. Because God done told him, hey, it's too much. So he like, oh man, I gotta go back down there again. Because they acting stupid. And you never know who gonna go. So this is not a wise decision to get in an organization that you don't know when your day's gonna be up. It could be tomorrow, it could be 5 hours from now, it could be 17 weeks, it could be 17 days. So who wants to be in an organization where they looking over their shoulder every 5 minutes? Because you get no peace. Just because y'all always tricking people. Trickery, cunning, conning, being complex. Being messy. Setting people up, involved in bullshit. Ability to use people for personal gain. And it's sad because it's so many. Then you got the people that want to put the lovers in reverse. To come out to be messy with the gang stalking and the stealing and the secret societies. And the romance scamming, being a tyrant, being ignorant. All this stuff affects the world. So I hope everybody learned something today about how to try to be better and be nicer to each other, be kinder to each other, don't be stealing from each other, don't be conning each other, don't be scamming each other, don't be trying to steal each other's man, don't be trying to steal each other's kids. If you have kids, then, my heart goes out to you if you lost your kid. But for people that are just, that didn't get that birthright and just running through here stealing people's kids because you want to sacrifice, you want to do magic on people, you want to do all this Illuminati stuff, you're going to get karma and you're going to go to hell. So it would be best to leave things alone, leave this stuff to the ancestors. Because y'all stepping in territory where, they take y'all out with one breath. So I would not advise y'all to test these people. Because this is their stuff. The Egyptian tarot, all that stuff. Anything that got something to do with this symbol that y'all walking around with. This is their stuff. This is Isis and Osiris and stuff. Segment. These are the ancestors. They didn't give y'all this stuff, to abuse it. I'm using it the right way. Thank you, God. Because I definitely don't want to be, penalized for trying to figure out who the hell is peeking in my window, So, be thankful, that these ancestors are down collecting, because they didn't have to come down. They could have let people just rot. Because I remember in the Bible, I know they said they can let y'all walk the earth for 777 years or 77 years or something like that. I got to look that up, but I know for sure it's about that long. It could be 77,000 years, 7,700 years. I remember that in the Bible. So, be thankful because, as y'all walking around ghosted, y'all could be down here for millions of years, for hundreds of years, just like that. Just because you refuse to bow down to a higher power. You refuse to show the ancestors respect. And you think you run everything. So, when the ancestors got messages, all I can do is say, hey, don't be the fool. Because it's the fool corner. They saying don't be the fool. Don't be, don't be dumb. Don't think y'all can run us. Don't be the fool. Because they run everything. The whole grid. So, just be thankful because, everybody's talking about, the Matrix. They run all of that. We talking about the Queen of Heaven. Segment, Set, Osiris. These are the ancient ancestors. Y'all trying to be like them. They not trying to be like y'all. So, like I said, thank you for listening to my message. I'm glad they got this out here for y'all. Like I said, much love, God bless, and have a blessed day.